Three very different amps. My Fender Rumble 350. I don't know if you can see it. I hope you can see it. My Gallien-Kruger. That's the MB210. And this is another Gallien-Kruger. Got the BP250 head and a 115 BPX cabinet. I'm gonna do this little test using my Squier Classic Vibe Jazz Bass. It has a hip shot bridge. It's got an Audir Classic preamp. But all three amps, the equalization section is all set at 12 o'clock. I won't be changing nothing on the bass. I'm gonna start with the Fender Rumble, so you can get a listen to how three different amps, they sound so different. Sometimes you're looking for a certain tone and you got an awesome bass, but you might not have the right amp for what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? So the amp makes a difference, the bass makes a difference. This Fender Rumble has two tens and a horn. All right, give a listen. Put it in this Gallien-Kruger MB210. It's got two tens and a horn. Same setup, very different sound. Very different. Put it into this other GK. It's got a head. It's got 115 in the cabinet, no horn. All right. Three amps, one bass. I didn't change anything on the equalization on the bass. Even these two, they both have two tens and a horn, sound totally different. This setup gives you more of a 70s old school types, you know. Gives you a totally different sound. Totally different. Totally different. Sometimes it's not the amp, but it's your axe. Sometimes it's not your axe, but it's the amp. You got to get the right combination. Okay. I got these 3 amps. I also and see, I got like 10 different bass guitars. So depending on the bass, if I'm using a Music Man, sometimes that Music Man will go a little bit better with this Fender Rumble. Other times it's gonna go better, depending on the songs, it's gonna go better with this 115 because it's gonna have more of a classic sound. Other times, if I'm doing like some solo stuff, I probably use this MB210 because it's a lot brighter. It's the sound is lighter. It's a little bit thinner, and so it'll give me more clarity coming out of this one. If I want an all-around sound, I'm gonna use this Fender Rumble, or I'm gonna use my Behringer 450 watt amp. Okay. I also have another Fender Rumble 75 I use for practicing, and I have a Ampeg amp upstairs next to my bed, a little bitty small one I call my bedside companion. I use that for practicing when I'm upstairs next to the bed. I can put my headphones in and practice. But all of these amps, I like them because I got my external, my auxiliary stuff that I can plug in and I can practice along. So again, I could go get another one of my basses right now. You know what? Let me pause this and give you an idea. Sometimes it's not the bass, it's the amp. All right, I'm back. You see what I got? I went and got my Glary 5-string, no kind of modification. It's a Glary, $125 bass. All right. Take it out of that one, put it in this one. Take it out of that one, put it in this one. Show you something else. Hold on a minute. Okay. Now I got my Sterling by Music Man Ray 34 CA Classic Active 2-band EQ, ash body, maple neck. Put it in the next one. Put it in this one. old school style. That's that old school sound. I mean, that's way different than this one. And that's way different. Way different. Sometimes it's the bass. Sometimes it's the amp. All right? I just brought you 3 different types of bass guitars. This is active, just bass, treble, boost. The second one was a Glary, totally passive. And the first one was a Squier modified, and that has a whole different preamp system in it. That has an Audir Classic preamp. So again, the sound you're looking for is going to be a combination of the guitar and the amp. Okay? Sometimes you have to expand and get into pedals. Sometimes it's a cabinet with no horn. Sometimes it's a cabinet, 2 tens and a horn, 2 tens and a horn. But here's two cabinets that have 10-inch speakers and horns that sound completely different. You got to find out what works for you. If you love your bass, take your bass to the music store and play through every amp they got till you find your sound. If you don't find it there, don't buy none of those amps. Keep searching. All right? You might have to buy a module that have a whole bunch of amp samples, and that way you can find your sound. But it's out there. You just got to look sometime. Till the next time, y'all take care, all right? Peace.